Hey, what's up guys, this is HK with techrapt, and now in this video we're gonna talk about the Android Pie on OnePlus 5T, how to install the public release GSI, how to upgrade to the latest release from Developer Preview 4 or Developer Preview 5, and things you should do to make the ROM work like a daily driver. It's the same thing for OnePlus 5 users too, so you two guys can follow the same process to get Pie running on your phone. So first let's talk about the installation process. If you are currently running any auction-based ROM or any other custom ROM, remove any security pattern you have set on your phone, just let it be simple swipe up to unlock. I'm gonna skip the unlocking and flashing the recovery process, but make sure you install the recovery which has Treble support like the one I linked in the video description. Before we boot into the custom recovery to finish the installation process, make sure you have downloaded all these files. First set is for installation and then the other is for fixes. The files include Mokee ROM for Treble support, no variety zip, PR1GSI system image, 3 PostGSI files, Untitled zip to fix call issues and measures for routing. Additionally, we're gonna use the DarkMatter custom kernel which helps to improve ROM performance, Google Pay services, Google and stock auction-based camera APKs, Google Camera Crash Fix, and finally VoLTE Fix. This VoLTE Fix is for Redmi Note 4 Snapdragon variant, but this works perfectly to get HD calling working. The names of these files may be different, so download them according to the naming tags provided in the video description, save them on your phone or on a secure location on your PC. Now I'm gonna boot my phone to the TWRP recovery. You can use ADB commands or hold volume down and power button simultaneously and release the power button once you see the OnePlus logo. First I'm gonna go to the wipe tab, advanced wipe, and here I'm gonna select everything except internal storage and USB storage and swipe to confirm wipe. So first try this process wiping all partitions except internal storage, but if the ROM doesn't boot after flashing Mokee and Android Pie GSI, take a backup of everything on your phone and follow this process. Go to wipe tab on your TWRP home screen, format data, and here type yes to continue. The next step is to get separate vendor partition and Treble support on OnePlus 5 and 5T. With official Treble, Android Pie won't boot, so this step is mandatory. For this, go to Install tab on home screen and here select Mokee ROM, add more zip, no variety zip, and swipe to confirm flash. It will take a minute to install the ROM and no variety zip. When it is done, go back to the home screen, reboot tab, and here select reboot to recovery. Once you have rebooted to the recovery, go to wipe tab and swipe to factory reset. Next, let's confirm if we got a separate vendor partition. To do this, go to mount tab on home screen, and here as you can see there is a separate vendor partition. Select it. Also select system partition because next we're gonna flash the Android Pie system image. Now go back to home screen, Install tab, Install image, here select Android Pie.img system image and select system image partition to flash. This .img file you can get by extracting the contents of the system image.zip. After the flashing process is done, go to the home screen, mount tab, and make sure both system and vendor partitions are selected, and if not, select them, get back to home screen again, and now I'm gonna flash the 3 PostGSI files. For this, go to Install tab, select PostGSI 1 file, add more zips, PostGSI 2, add more zip, PostGSI 3, and swipe to confirm flash. Once it is over, go to home screen, reboot tab, and reboot to recovery again. Now it is time for flashing custom kernel and additional fixes. For kernel flashing, Install tab, and I'm gonna pick DarkMatter zip. Next I'm gonna flash VoLTE Fix. About this fix, there are multiple versions for Redmi Note 4. Make sure to download the same one in the description because with some versions, the fingerprint settings get resetted every time you reboot your phone. Now let's flash the Untitled zip to fix call issues. Before doing this, go to mount tab and make sure the system and vendor partitions are selected. Back to home screen, Install tab, select Untitled zip and flash it. Finally, if you wanna root your phone, flash messages just like any other zip file, and that's it. Let's reboot to finalize the installation. For the first time, the phone reboots twice after it reaches the OnePlus logo screen, so just leave it like that, and the second time it will get past the logo and Google Boot animation starts. If you are currently on DP5 and wanna upgrade to public release, transfer PR1 system image to your phone, reboot to the recovery, install tab, install image, select pr1.img file and flash it to the system partition and reboot your phone. If you are running older versions like DP4 or DP3, you may need to flash the PostGSI files too. So we have rebooted, and as you can see, USB debugging is working, and there will be a screen to update preferred SIM card option. Usually this option won't appear, but the VoLTE Fix will just flash reset the preferred SIM card option every time you reboot. If VoLTE is not working for you, go to Settings, Network and Internet tab, Mobile Internet, and here under Advanced Options, you should see Enhanced 4G LTE mode. If it is not showing, VoLTE won't work. To get it working, shift your VoLTE SIM from SIM slot 2 to SIM slot 1 and check again. And as you can see, I got the HD icon and it says device is HD capable. So I guess VoLTE is working only on SIM slot 1. Next, to fix system lag, install Google Play Services APK manually. To fix persistent notifications, long press on each of them, I button and force stop them. And finally, to remove Pixel setup notification, force stop it once, connect to Wi-Fi, and after a while, you will be able to finish the setup. After updating GMS, I was able to add my Google account, apps download work, and I did not face any issues. If you are still getting continuous notifications for updating Google Play services, long press on that notification, I button, notification tab, navigate to Google Play services availability and deselect it. Now let's see if we have an option to enroll fingerprints, settings, security and location, and yes, we have Pixel imprint. It works fine, unlocks in about a second, and the fingerprint settings stay intact even after reboot. MTP mode should work out of the box. If for some reason it is not working, go to Settings, System, Advanced, Developer Options, which you can enable by tapping multiple times on the build number, and here scroll to Default USB Configuration and select File Transfer, and that's it. Now you'll be able to transfer files from PC to your phone. The ROM doesn't come with any camera app included, so you have two options. You can install OnePlus Camera or Google Camera. OnePlus Camera app works out of the box. The app is very stable. You can take pictures, HDR mode is there. You can record videos in 720p, 1080p and 4K, but only at 30 frames per second. Pro mode works fine, selfie camera works, and you can also record 720p slow motion videos. About the Google Camera app, you can find the download link for the working Gcam port in the video description. Taking pictures and video recording is fine. You can shoot at 30 fps or 60 fps, but when we open slow motion video or Gcam settings, the app just crashes. When you open the other modes like panorama or portrait mode, you get an error like there is no back camera on your phone. To fix these issues, download this Gcam settings fix and flash it via TWRP like any other zip file and reboot your phone. Now let's open Google Camera app again, and now I can change settings. Panorama, photosphere, lens blur work fine, and portrait mode also works for both front and rear cameras. Alert Slider won't work out of the box. To get it working, you need to download an app called Notification Slider, which you can find on Google Play Store, install it, and when you open it, grant permissions for usage and notification access, slide to the right to open menu, Alert Slider customization, and here you can customize the actions according to your preference. About the features of the ROM, this is the home screen. The default launcher is the Pixel launcher. With long pressing on the empty space of the home screen, you can go to the home settings, add widgets, change wallpapers, and under home settings you can customize notification settings and also change icon shapes. You can swipe up on the pill or the home button to get to the recents, long swipe to get to the app drawer, and when you swipe all the opened apps to the right, you get the clear all button. You can slide down on a specific tab to open it, slide up to close it, and when you hit the app icon on the open tab, you can enable the split screen mode, and finally there is a slider to switch between the open tabs. This is the notification panel and quick toggles, and as you can see, I'm using a dark theme with pixel blue accent, and when you hit the clock icon here, it opens the clock app, and there's a new auto rotate icon we got with DP5. By default, you get normal on-screen navigation bar. To enable pixel gestures, you have to go to the settings, system, gestures, and enable swipe up on home button. There are also other gestures like swipe fingerprint for notifications, which doesn't work. When you swipe on fingerprint, instead of opening the notification panel, it slides through the tabs on the screen. You can press power button twice to trigger camera, lift to check phone doesn't work, double tap to wake the screen isn't working by default, but you can enable it manually. First, make sure you have root permissions, then go to the Play Store, download this Kernel Auditor app, open it, grant root permissions, open side menu, under kernel select wake. By default, double tap to wake is disabled, enable it, and also enable apply on boot. And now as you can see, double tap to wake is working great. This is a setting panel with colored icons. This is an extended search bar at the top. First we have network and internet tab. Talking about the network, everything works great. 2G, 3G, 4G, 4G VoLTE and LTE-A or LTE+. About Wi-Fi, 2.4 GHz band works, but 5.5 GHz band support is not there. There is no issue with audio or video playback, be it with calls, loudspeaker, or even Bluetooth for calls or for media streaming. I've used OnePlus bullets with this ROM for a while and it was a pleasant experience. Pairing was easy and gets connected automatically, and I can see the percentage of battery left. This is the apps and notification tab with recently opened apps at the top. There's an option here called time spent in apps where you can find the screen time for all the apps you have used. It is a part of Google Digital Wellbeing, so you will get it only if you install the Digital Wellbeing APK either via Play Store or manually. Next we have notification settings, default apps where you can set default apps for various services and special app access. About battery life, it is okay, it's not the best if you compare it to the stock ROM, but it is fine for a custom ROM. Under battery tab there is a battery saver mode. You can turn it on automatically at any percentage. Adaptive battery, an AI feature which limits the battery usage for infrequently used apps. You can enable battery percentage on the status bar, and below it you can find the battery stats. About charging, dash charging is supported. As you can see here, the notification LED lights when you connect your phone to a power adapter. You won't see any charging status either on the status bar or on the lock screen. But there is no issue with charging. It charges at a rate of 3 amperes until 75% and then it gradually reduces. Next, under display tab you have night light, adaptive brightness, both are working fine, sleep timer, font size, display size, ambient display which works for new notifications. And under device theme you can set it to automatic based on wallpaper, or you can force it to dark or light, and the theming applies to the notifications and quick settings, volume slider and app drawer only. This is the sound tab with Play Media 2 option. You can change the audio output mode without disconnecting Bluetooth devices just like Oxygen OS, and there is also a separate slider for call volume. This is the storage tab, security and location. Digital Wellbeing, like I said, you will get this tab only if you install the APK, and with Win down here you can enable grayscale, which will also be useful if you wanna read a book. Next, under system, about phone, as you can see Android version still shows as Android 9, the Easter egg is same as before, Android security patch level is August 5 and the build name is PPR1. All the sensors are working fine, if not at their best potential, they are fine and did not face any particular issue. Coming to the performance of this ROM, with the custom kernel it is much better, the lag is very rare, the apps open very fast, and about benchmarks, Antutu version 7 score is 2,01,964, Geekbench 4 single core score is 1957 and multi-core score is 6698. Overall, I have had a very good experience with this ROM, especially after getting VoLTE to work, and now I started using it as a daily driver, and you too guys can give it a try as everything is working. So that's it, I hope you guys liked it. It took me a lot of time to make this video. Hit like if you find this video helpful, or else you know what to do, and if you guys have any queries or questions, do let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching and I will see you guys next time.